Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Cardano. We got Bitcoin. We got several other coins that we may come across here along the way. We have an article regarding the senator of Texas buying the dip over the last couple of days here, accumulating some Bitcoin during the lows, and experiencing some profits here during this mini pump that we have had over the last few days, correlating with the volatility I have been anticipating for the last few days as well. So if you liked the video and if you found any of this information useful, please drop a like on the video. It lets me know you guys like what's going on. I really appreciate it, and it really helps the channel grow. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe as we try to keep these coming at you daily. Now, jumping right into it, we have Cardano looking for support here under the influence of bearish Robo advisors. If we look at our previous interaction with EngineeringRobo all the way back in July of 2021 from the $1.28 level, after two of our chosen three Robo advisors became bullish, prices saw up to 140% in upside over the following 37 days, easily well over doubling your money with EngineeringRobo's buy suggestions just by sitting around looking at it. And if you weren't able to sell at that swing high, you were able to capitalize on 75% in gains with EngineeringRobo's bearish suggestions. So if you had $1,000 invested into Cardano from that $1.28 level, it became $1,750 in less than 2 months with EngineeringRobo's buy and sell suggestions. After these bearish Robo advisors here, what do we see? Since that $2.26 level, price action has experienced a crippling 59% in downside. So if you didn't take profit up at that $2.26 level when EngineeringRobo became bearish, you lost well over half of your money. So EngineeringRobo has definitely saved you from downside here and allowed you to capitalize on upside. We can see interactions with the buy for along the way ever since November. We have multiple interactions with this buy for bullish suggestion. Are we buying at these levels? No, we are not, because we need two of our chosen three Robo advisors to become bullish to allow for comfortable accumulation here. As long as bearish Robo advisors are present, we do anticipate continued interaction toward the strongest areas of support. So if you were to invest $1,000 into Cardano moving forward, we can put 20% of our investment in at support. That is either going to be $1.31 currently overhead as resistance. Once we can turn this level into support, we can put 20% of our investment in at that level. However, the strongest area of support down below here for us is actually 34 cents per Cardano. That is where we can put 20% of our investment in at if we fail to hold this key level at the moment. $1.05 needs to continue to provide us support, but as I mentioned, the most significant levels are above at $1.31, down below at 34 cents. So whichever comes first, we can put 20% of our investment in at support. We can put 30% of our investment into this coin once we have daily candles opening and closing above this downtrend line, suggesting an uptrend may be forming here. Once we've broken the downtrend line, we can put another 30% of our investment into this coin. Now, for the remaining 50% of your investment, you can put that in at whichever level EngineeringRobo becomes bullish at. As long as you are within 10% in either direction of EngineeringRobo's bullish suggestions, you can begin accumulation at that level with 50% of your investment. Once invested into Cardano, there is nothing wrong with taking profits here. So you can begin to scale out up to 50% of your position at resistance. $2.16 overhead is resistance here for us. If we were to solidify support and continue our way upward, you can sell up to 50% of your position at that level. And EngineeringRobo members know to always keep 50% of their position in the coin until EngineeringRobo becomes bearish. So we do need buy signals to come into play here to allow for comfortable accumulation. And we always keep at least 50% of our money invested until EngineeringRobo becomes bearish. So right now, guys, we are just patiently waiting here for bullish parameters of accumulation to be met. But let me know down below your thoughts on Cardano. Now, so as I mentioned, the senator of Texas is buying Bitcoin, it would appear. We have an instance on January 25th. The junior Republican senator of Texas has purchased between 15 and 50 $40,000 worth of Bitcoin. It's a rather ridiculous range there, but accumulation nonetheless on January 25th, where prices were trading around $36,000 and $37,000. So since then, he has made some nice profits, it would appear, as Bitcoin is currently trading above the $40,000 level. So we can see, politicians, members of parliament, government officials of America accumulating Bitcoin personally. And, as I've been mentioning, if you've been following the channel, the bullish incentive for crypto is just far too high near these levels for me personally to be bearish on Bitcoin and crypto. And I was very much suggesting the continued bullish incentive for cryptocurrency. Following the example of the senator of Wyoming, Senator of Texas spent much of the latter half of the crypto bull run aligning himself with the blockchain and cryptocurrency industry, as his state benefited from an influx of Bitcoin mining companies and interest in the subject became more widespread. So as you can see, very key players in the traditional world of finance have been setting themselves up to be getting into Bitcoin and blockchain technology and the cryptocurrency space. So just another example of bullish accumulation occurring for Bitcoin near these levels. If you've been following the channel, you've been hearing me talk about the bullish incentive present for crypto, and I've just been finding it way too hard to be bearish on the whole industry here at these levels, even though everyone is scared of continued downside here. In my opinion, the overall incentive for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency has just never been higher, and we can see regulators, major players in the traditional world of finance here, members of parliament, government officials, getting into Bitcoin, getting into crypto as adoption increases and the use cases increase. So looking at the market, what is this? Green to be seen across the crypto scene? Gains? How strange. No one could ever seen this coming. Definitely haven't been suggesting significant support down below and tremendous accumulation occurring near these levels. Definitely totally unexpected. But as we can see, the bullish incentive for Bitcoin and crypto is very much in play. Tons of projects experiencing some very, very, very nice upside, tremendous gains here. And so, like I've been saying, I've just found it very hard to be bearish on crypto and Bitcoin at these levels, as the situations at hand fundamentally just seem far too perfect for continued crypto adoption here, as the economy is undergoing some significant changes and some dramatic updates here are approaching. In my opinion, the potential future of finance here could be Bitcoin. But taking a look at some of these major gainers here, we have the Quant Network experiencing 39.8% in upside. We actually covered this yesterday. But today, let's take a look at Tezos. Now, XTZ against USDT, and a bit of a situation here. Lots going on for this coin. If we look at our interactions with EngineeringRobo, we see a bullish area of accumulation coming from the 25th of July back in 2021. After accumulation near the $2.88 level, prices saw up to 216% in upside over the following 72 days, easily tripling your money with EngineeringRobo's buy suggestions in just a couple of months. And if you weren't able to sell at that swing high, you were still able to capitalize on 101% in gains using EngineeringRobo's bearish suggestions here that came into play throughout the end of October. So a $1,000 potentially invested into this project became over $2,000 using EngineeringRobo just by sitting around looking at it. Since bearish robo advisors, coming from the $5.93 level, we can see price action has diminished abruptly, down 57% since bearish robo advisors here over the following 89 days. So if you didn't sell your position or take profit when EngineeringRobo became bearish, you lost over half of your money, turning a potential $1,000 invested into this coin at the $5.90 level into less than $500. What the heck is the point of that? Here we have interactions with the buy for suggestion here. However, we are not accumulating at these levels because we need 2 of our chosen 3 robo advisors to become bullish and allow for comfortable accumulation. At the moment here, moving forward, if you wish to invest into this coin, say you had $1,000 to put into this project here, we can see since an interaction with support, $2.58, EngineeringRobo members have already invested 20% of their position at support here. So you either have to wait for the $2.58 level to accumulate at support, or the $4.19 level, currently resistance overhead. Once that level becomes support, then you can accumulate 20% of your position at that level. At the moment, we need solidification of this downtrend line. Once daily candles have opened and closed above it, we can put 30% of our investment in at that level. And for the remaining 50% of your investment, we can put that in at whichever level EngineeringRobo becomes bullish at. As long as you are within 10% of EngineeringRobo's buy suggestions, you can accumulate at that level with 50% of your investment. There's nothing wrong with taking profits here. So once invested in this coin, it is no problem at all to take profits at the $6.51 level, currently resistance overhead. You can sell up to 50% of your position at that level, but EngineeringRobo members know to always keep 50% of their investment in the coin until EngineeringRobo becomes bearish. So right now, guys, we are just a little too close to resistance at the moment. We need support in addition to the breaking of this downtrend line and bullish robo advisors to come in play. So we are just patiently awaiting for a few more confirmations of accumulation. But let me know down below your thoughts on this coin. Bitcoin, crypto, the currency. What do we have here? Bullish robo advisors in play. We do have the buy 4 suggested by the green candle present and the buy 2. If we hide the buy 2 ever so briefly here, we can see the buy 4 is present with the February 4th daily candle, and the buy 2 present as well is 2 of our chosen 3 robo advisors bullish on Bitcoin, suggesting that you can put 50% of your whatever investment may be into Bitcoin at current levels. You can begin buying Bitcoin with anticipation of continued upside here. You can put 50% of your investment into Bitcoin. Say you have $1,000 to invest into Bitcoin. You can put 50% or $500 into Bitcoin right now. When this daily candle we're currently interacting with opens and closes above this descending trend line here, we can put another 30% of our investment in at that level once the descending trend line has been broken, suggesting an uptrend forming here. And finally, for the remaining 20% of your position, you can put that in at support. So the strongest area of support down below for Bitcoin is $34,655 here, a very bullish level that I've been suggesting for quite some time. So I don't want to say that I called the bottom, but as of this point, if prices do not go below my support line, that is successfully the bottom of the pullback here. So hopefully you accumulated some very nice Bitcoin like our EngineeringRobo members did. Now we can anticipate some very nice upside here toward resistance overhead. $58,202 per Bitcoin is awaiting to give us a hard time. We can take profits at that level. There is nothing wrong with taking profits and capitalizing on upside. Feel free to sell up to 50% of your investment at that level, but always keep the other 50% of your investment in the coin until EngineeringRobo becomes bearish here. We're looking at the fear and greed index here. Prices coming from a very, very significant area of support. The bottom of this pullback being near $33,000 per Bitcoin on the Binance chart, correlating very closely to the $32,000 fear zone just below current levels. A very, very, very bullish time to be accumulating Bitcoin when tremendous fear is plaguing the market and traders are fearful of continued downside. You want to be accumulating heavily all the discounted Bitcoin. You want to be buying them all up with anticipation of interaction overhead with the $161,000 level, the FOMO zone, a target becoming more and more likely as we move forward here, a target that I have been anticipating ever since the beginning of 2021. The FOMO zone is where I anticipate price action interacting with before any sort of significant fundamental downside is to be considered here. In my opinion, I've always found it very hard to be bearish on Bitcoin at these levels. This has been a very bullish time for accumulation here, and as we can see, price action does want to continue its way upward. So once we are in the FOMO zone, we can significantly be taking profits at that level. level because many traders will be buying, afraid of missing out on continued upside. They will be buying at this level, but sadly they have, because they forgot to buy it at this level, currently $40,000. They're going to be rushing to buy it at $160,000. This is when you want to be selling because you accumulated in the lows. We buy low, we sell high. Let me know down below what you think of crypto at current levels. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analysis. Check out EngineeringRobo for free with a link in the description. Subscribe here on YouTube. Check out all the other social media down below and tune in for the next one.